People, you gotta get your libraries, man. Here's mine. Sorry about the mess over there. Gotta take care of some laundry. Here's my secondary library. All those that get pulled out and put over here. You gotta do it. Pick them up. Open them up. Start reading them. Open them up. Pick them up. Start reading them. Open them up. Pick them up. Start reading them. Open them up. Pick them up. Print them out. Start reading them. When I'm done with these, which I'll never be done with, I'm gonna laminate them. These are gonna go up on my wall as art. The art of preserving my life. I got a different perspective on things. Article 13. Two of them. 1 and 2. Everyone has the right to freedom of movement, travel, and resistance within the borders of each state. You can travel from state to state with the right to freedom. 2, everyone has the right to leave any country. What? Including his own, and return to his country. Everyone. But because so many of us are incompetent in law, they've made it illegal for you to do so without permission. Whatever do you mean? Think about the 2 documents you need because they made it illegal for you to do what's actually a human right of yours. It is your human right to freedom of movement and residence within the borders of each state. It's your right to move from state to state without permission. So when you move somewhere and they tell you you got to do a dress change, you got to change it, it's against the human rights, which means that they just violated your constitutional rights. When they tell you you have to get that current state's driver's license, that's another violation of your human rights. That's another violation against the Constitution. And how do they know the majority of people on this land are incompetent? Because you keep having your children get driver's license. You keep renewing your driver's license. You keep renewing your passport. You get a passport. You have your children's acquire a passport. Which means, even though it's your human right to travel, once again, everyone has the right to leave any country, including his own, and return to his country. And everyone has the right to freedom of movement and residence within the borders of each state. Every time you register a vehicle for a business, for commerce, get a license plate, sticker, city sticker, get your driver's license renewed, get your passport. You are in acquiescence, are giving you away. You are waiving your human right every time you do it. Every single time you renew a driver's license, a state ID, a passport, you're waiving your right to travel. The freedom of movement and residence across the border of each state to leave your country and to return. That's acquiescence, people. And that's how they know that this entire, and in that regards, if you want to be a part of that whole 13th Amendment, continue to call yourself white, black, and African American, brown. Continue to proclaim that. And they will treat you accordingly. You want to lower your status, so be it. They'll treat you accordingly. And there's a remedy for all of this. And these attorneys are supposed to teach you the remedy if you end up in situations like this, and they take a plea because that's how they support themselves and their families. Because if you have an attorney, that means you're incompetent. That means you don't know what the law is, or you lazy. And in those regards, in law, they look at it like you're a minority. I mean, you deserve what you get, and you end up being at the mercy of how they feel. Arbitrary arrest, detention, and exile. Article 9. You at the mercy of how they feel about you that particular day. That's what the word arbitrary means. You can be a part of the majority, take your place amongst the affairs of men, or you can continue to be incompetent and be treated like a child. Incompetent. Love y'all. Stay well, be well.